Sup, dude?
Hey man, how's it going?
It's doing pretty well. What about you?
Good, good. Long time no talk.
Yeah, indeed. How has been the laddering going?
It's the last 2 days been pretty bad. Not gonna lie. But before that, it was going really, really well.
What matchup?
I'm struggling. I guess my PVZ is getting better, like a lot better. But I'm still struggling with like timings, scouting. Like I think scouting is probably my biggest issue in StarCraft right now, just because I feel like even if I'm in a bad situation, I can out micro myself into a better situation. But it's like if I get completely caught with something I didn't see, like it's game over. I think right now what I'm really trying to work on is reading my opponent. So if I am scouting with hallucination or with an observer, I want to be able to know or have a general idea of what my opponent's going without them actually, have already been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the American playstyle is really different compared to the Korean playstyle, so I'll need replays to actually like have any idea of what you do
Okay.
in game.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I'm gonna send you over a PVZ and a PVT replay.
okay,
Right now, I'll just drop them into Skype.
okay.
I know one of them's at least really bad, but I don't know. We can still look at it. I just wiped all of my replays not too long ago, so unfortunately, StarCraft.
Have you been working out?
A little bit.
You're looking good.
Thanks.
Because my one of the roommates has your stream open.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Saves. Player, there they are. Alright, I'm dropping them in right now.
What's your problem as far as PVT goes?
PVT is I've been doing like a lot of like hardcore aggression, borderline all in with like draw play with War Prism play. So I'll do like a 3-gate drop or even a 4-gate War Prism drop. I'll build my Robo like on the outskirts of their base, and then I will warp in a bunch of units, and then just elevator them into the base, and then I'm basically on 4 gates. Because Terran a lot of the time will fast expand against Protoss, so you can usually catch them off guard or at least punish them so bad that then you can just easily macro out of it.
Yeah. I mean, is that all you do?
No, no, no. I do
Okay.
I do 1-gate FE, but it's been a hit or a miss because sometimes I get punished with like a 2 racks or 3 racks aggression. And it's sometimes I have timed it out a couple of times where I can use my probes to help me and take minimal loss and then still have my nexus up. But sometimes either I'll overcommit with my probes and a lot of them will die, and I'll keep my nexus alive, but he's so far ahead, or I will just lose my nexus and then I'm behind.
Yeah. Um, I've actually been doing Solid Stalker in PVT. It's like really popular in Korea, and with that you can like know 100% what they're doing, and you never get caught off guard. Like, yeah, you 1-gate expand, but you at least know like what they're up to.
Okay.
Uh, so I might try
Yeah.
to show you that. Okay, load up the PVC to begin with.
Okay. All right. So I've seen you've been owning it up, man.
Yeah, well, I've been doing pretty. I mean, well, I guess you could say that. I kind of failed at Code A, but every foreigner I did. So. Do you know Moon, the like Warcraft 3 legend?
Yeah, yeah.
I lost to him 1-2, but I should have won. But the computers were really laggy at Code. I don't know. Like everyone was lagging, but that's not an excuse. He played better than me. So go at 1 minute and put it at ×2, and then we'll start from there.
Okay.
You should really turn down this map. It's really bad. Like
I know.
it's so good.
I played a lot too.
It's good for mutas. It's hard to defend. It's good for flanks. It's basically good for any race except Protoss.
All right, I'm ready when you are. ×2.
Oh yeah, snap. Hold on. Okay, 1 minute ×2. 3, 2, 1, go. So, what do you open with?
So basically, I always forge fast expand against Zerg, just all the time. I usually open up 14 forge. I get my 18 nexus. If I don't see a pool quick enough, I'll get a little greedy and drop down my pylon because I can first, and then I'll drop down my cannon gate after that. But if I know that there's links coming, I'll quickly drop down a cannon and my gate, and then get my pylon. This is the game that I'm showing you now. Is I just want to kind of get your opinion on trying to cannon block their naturals, because I don't know if I overcommitted here because I put down a lot, but I managed to kill off 4 drones.
Oh god, yeah, you're definitely over. Well, you pulled more, like an imbecile. Well, I don't know. Well, if you put the unit last tab, you lost 200, but then you're going to lose those pylon eventually.
Yeah.
If you didn't build a cannon and a pylon on the left side, like, then it would have been okay, because your resource loss, like, would have been even, like, but for right now, I don't think it was worth it.
Okay.
I'm really not a fan of cannons. In general, if you want a cannon, like, trap them inside their base, or don't do it behind. Well, okay. So, what's gonna be your follow-up? Like, what's your plan? What's going in red?
I usually do, like, I'm a little bit rocked here because I usually don't commit that much into cannons, so I'm a little already fucked up. But usually what I do is I do like a five gate with robo timing attack. That's basically what I've been doing from here on out, and it usually boils down to positioning. If I can get the Zerg in a good position to hit off key force fields, but if I get caught off guard, I basically am dead. Or if I don't get my pylon down for that timing attack, then I'm in trouble. But I really don't want to. I don't want to keep relying on that build, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now the second gate wasn't needed. You've cut a bit of probes. Like you should have made the robo before the second gate, and too passive with the Zods. Your Zods are gonna have +1. They can take out a decent amount of lings. Should have been trying to be aggressive and kill some drones.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna show you a build PvZ. I'm actually gonna show you like 3 versions of it. And that build will win you a lot of games because it abused the metagame, and like on Korean server, this build doesn't win that much anymore. The build I'm gonna show you, but that's because Korean Zergs they're large unchecked 100% of the time. Like they don't miss one, and then if they don't miss one, then it's really hard to win. But you're not on the Korean server, so
yeah, no.
Okay, so basically that build you're doing right now. Really not a fan of it. I would have been a fan of it if you would have had like 5 sentries, but because it's a build I used to do. It's a build that is done on a Korean server, but I don't do it because I don't like to all in. It's basically you do 5 sentries, 2 immortal, 1 war prism, 1 you get blink, or I'm not sure if you get blink actually. Anyway, you get 7 gates, you get a war prism, and you just all in them. And with good force field and 2 immortal, they basically die because they can't go mutas, the roaches get annihilated, and the lings get owned by the force field. But since you didn't have any sentries, that's why I'm not a fan of what you did. And you should have scouted like let's say you didn't cannon, right? You need to know when they take a turn. So either I'll show you in the games, like what goes on in my head with my probe.
Okay.
I usually either sack one, or if I fuck up and I lose my first probe, I sack 2 probes. But if you play it really smart, you can end up saving both probes, or you can end up losing no probes and getting all the information you need. Basically, if they don't have a turn, most likely going to be like some kind of either all-in or 2 base muta manifester.
Okay.
But
yeah, I just get rocked here in this game.
yeah, well, your sentries are too fresh. You don't have force field. It's a really large map. It's like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be pretty. This is going to be a slaughter.
Yeah.
Oh god, sick flank. Oh well. That was the highlight of his career. The guy that beat you, because it's never gonna happen again after I show you those builds.
Boss.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I've been getting coaching from players called Tubby and Puck.
Yeah, I saw Tubby the Fat. It's such a funny nickname. I've never played them before leaving Korea. But I saw I think Tubby was top 30 GM.
Yeah.
I sent you 3 replays.
Okay.
What have they been teaching you?
Basically to not all in every game. I've been just working on macro because I mean you know that I was like such a either all in or just a really aggressive player that really didn't like to go past 2 bases. So I've been working on that. I got slaughtered for a while and then I started slowly refining the builds a little bit. I learned that the 4-gate counter where you drop down your second gate faster and chrono out your stalkers for PvP. And I've learned how to forge fast expand correctly when I'm not dicking around and trying to do stupid things like cannons and all that shit. But it's been working out good. It's just I'm hitting another plateau, I find.
Okay, I see. Well, the thing is, you learn a build, but sometimes it's the metagame. 2-3 weeks later, this shit doesn't work, or people figure you out, and then sometimes it's hard. That's one thing I struggle with. Oh, hold on, we'll start the replay first. Go for versus Moonglade.
Okay.
But anyway, we won't watch all of it. We'll just watch the opening. But that's one thing I struggle with in Korea. I'm not that good of a player for that aspect. Is refining my own builds. Sometimes I'll take a build and I'll work with it, but then people beat that build all the time, and then it takes me a while before finding new builds. So that's something that can be hard. But if you watch streams or replays, then it can be a little easier. I don't know if you do that. I know you're a pretty busy guy, so well the coaching helps obviously. But
Yeah.
1 minute times 2 Moonglade. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready when you are.
3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, that's one of my Korean Smurf. Tasty food. It's a it's a place around the gun house. We go eat all the time. But we found a better place. It's like tasty food, but it's called delicious food.
Nice.
And it's basically the same stuff, but a bit more delicious. So I do 14 Forge too, but I rally the 13 Probe. And if it's a 2-player map, sometimes I'll Nexus first. That game I was feeling adventurous, so I Nexus first even though we had a pool. Well, actually, if they 14 pool, sometimes I'll Nexus first. If I feel confident, and if it's yeah, basically if I feel confident, But the thing is, if you Nexus first and they do 14 pool, or they do earlier than that, and like you don't wall off properly, then they can run by, and then you'll kick yourself. With the cannon first, in the forge, it's gonna double gas. Basically, this build has been popular for a while. It's basically you get +1 and you push with 4 gates. But there's like a lot of variations. You can do that build with a Stargate, which I don't actually have a replay because I don't make it work anymore, so I don't do the build. I like flushed it.
Okay.
But so yeah, get double gas as soon as you can, fill them up, get the core, keep cornering probes, make a Zod, then add a pylon in the main after the Zod.
Okay.
So see, like I took a probe and then I scouted his turn and then I sent it back home. It's really like I try to always send it back home. Like if you don't dick around with the probe or run in circles, usually it's gonna make the trip back. Like that probe.
Pause.
Yeah, pause right now. We're gonna go pause at 6:45.
Okay.
And go at faster because it's going quite fast. So before I'm pausing in the main, I have my 16 probes. The guesses at the natural. It depends on what you want to do. Let's say there's 3 variations of the build. I'm going to show you. There's this version where you plan for macro. So you don't need the gases right away because you want more money, and you'll take them eventually as you push out. There's the DT version where you'll need a 3rd gas kind of quick, and a 4th gas eventually. And there's the blink version, well, where you'll stay on 3 gas and then all in. The DT goes into macro, the blink is an all in, and this one goes into macro. So 6:45 faster speed. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. So Zod Stalker and I push out, and I clear the towers with the Zod and the Stalker, and then I make the probe go around. The probe is basically a ninja, and then the Twilight. If you go DT, you add the Twilight before the +3 gates. If you go Blink, you add it right when I did it, and if you go into macro, you add it right when I did it, which is basically around 7:30 or as soon as you have money.
So if you go DTs, you just get the one gate and then the Twilight.
Yeah, and then you add
and then 3 gates. Okay.
And right now I added the gas. This is the macro version. If it would be the blink version, I'd stay on 3 gas. Then basically you want to be warping in around. Well, my core is a bit late because I Nexus first, but you want to be like warping in by 7:50 or around that time.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna make a round of Zaz, even though I don't think it was like the best decision because he's gonna have roaches. But what you can do, if people start to figure out that build, what you can do is to put down the pylon, push with the Zod Stalker, maybe make 1 or 2 Zod, and then start warping sentries, which is what I'm gonna do. Like, I started +2, I started Blink, and then I'm gonna start making my sentries and just transition into macro. If you look at the probe count, we're even.
Yep.
He has a turret, but we're even. And because he had to defend this, his lair is late. So he's not gonna have roach speed. And then from that point on, just pause at 9:30, and we're gonna ×2 like half of it.
Okay.
9:30 ×2. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. So start with the sentries. Here on checkers, something maybe you don't do is what you want to do is you want to add 2 more gates in your main for 6 gates, and then you want to make more, like you want to make a wall of gates, which is what I'm going to do. If you look at the pylons.
Yeah, your third.
Yeah. Here, you make a wall. It's really good on checkers. And basically on every map you want to go 4, 6, and then either 7, 8, 9 or 7, 8 for the third to help you.
Okay.
So like this guy's gonna come, and then he can't flank me. He has to come from one side. Then he's gonna be confused. If you look at the probe count, I'm not ahead, but that's because I was scared, and I could have been a probe to make sure I had enough army. Because he beat me in a previous game with Dinman Claw, but that game he played greedy and went to Brood Lord right away. But anyway, that's the macro version of it.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna show you the all-in version of it, and then I'm gonna show you the DT version of it. We can quit this.
Okay.
One thing, if you do the macro version, as soon, like, basically you see roaches, let's say, like, he defends with a lot of links. It's gonna be mutas, but you still need that robo, and the first thing you do with that robo is you send an observer to their base. Because that build gets you really late sentries, and the 100 gas for hallucination is not worth it, plus you'll need those 4 or 5 sentries to save your life with force field to defend that turret. And let's say you made a fuck ton of links, then that many roaches. Then wait before taking your turn. Like that guy made a fuck ton of roaches, so I could take that turn with less units. But if he made a fuck ton of links, then he's gonna be able to counter quicker. Then you have to wait and make more army in your natural, then move out.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep, does.